Chair recognizes the gentleman from Missouri, Mr. Long, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise today to honor one of the cornerstones of American capitalism and my profession for over 30 years, that being auctioneering. Auctioneers sell approximately $25 trillion in assets each year in the United States, and this figure does not include the millions of transactions that occur online with online auctions. It's estimated that there are 20,000 auctioneers in the nation, the vast majority of which are small business owners. Auto auctions make up the largest volume of auctions, with over $80 billion in vehicles being sold by auctioneers annually in the United States. If you drive a used car, chances are very good it's been across the auction block. Auctions and auctioneers have existed for over 2,000 years. Auctioneering was fundamental in the creation of commerce here in the United States. Auctioneers first arrived in the United States when the Pilgrims arrived. You go to an auction in Kalamazoo, Michigan, Branson, Missouri, Tucson, Arizona, Portland, Oregon, Miami, Florida. Anywhere you go to an auction in this country, we all go by one handle. That handle is Colonel. You can walk up to an auctioneer in any auction in the United States. You don't know that auctioneer's name? You say, "Hey, Colonel." They'll turn around and answer you. Why, Colonel? That dates back to the Civil War in this country. After the Civil War, they needed a way to get rid of the mules and tack and things they had left over, supplies, so they did that by matter of public auction. They nominated the Army colonels to serve as the auctioneer. Now, they didn't have any professional training as auctioneers. However, they would just, "I have $1 for this saddle, $1.50. Anyone give $2, sold it, $1.50. So when you hear the term colonel, that's where it originated, back in the Civil War. Auctioneers were instrumental in the formation of early commerce by selling crops, imports, livestock, tools, tobacco, fur, and farms. Even President George Washington was a big auction fan and an avid buyer at public auction. For over 30 years, I had the honor of selling real estate at public auction. Did I sell depressed, distressed real estate? Once in a very great while. But I sold real estate as people's first option, not their last resort. So keep in mind, auctions can be a way to achieve the highest value in the shortest amount of time. You get a hot property, instead of having it listed and sold in 1 day or 2 days, put it up at public auction and see what happens. Every day, auctioneers work with banks, attorneys, accountants, businesses, individuals, and government agencies to liquidate property seized and surplus property. Auctioneers create a competitive marketplace and connect buyers with sellers every day. The National Auctioneers Association and its members strive to advance the auction methods of marketing and upholding the highest standards of professionalism to the national public. For over 20 years, National Auctioneers Day has been observed by state and local governments. For those reasons and more, Jeff Duncan, another freshman auctioneer, member of Congress here, and myself want to make this the third Saturday in April National Auctioneers Day. We'll be dropping a bill to that effect. This would heighten the awareness of people in the United States of the contributions made by auctions and auctioneers to the history of the nation and its economy. Auctions are the last stronghold of competitive free market enterprise system and continue to be the most effective means of establishing a fair market value. Also, one other thing, being an auctioneer in Congress, the way our debt is running out of control, they find it very handy to have Jeff Duncan and myself here in Washington. We are one of the few people that can actually keep up with the national debt. I'm $1 trillion, $2 trillion, now $3 trillion, $3 trillion, $4 trillion, $5 trillion, $6 trillion, $7 trillion, $8 trillion, $9 10 11. 11 trillion down here, 12 trillion, 13, you're out of here, 13 trillion, 14 trillion, now 15. I have sold it 14 trillion. Thankfully, Mr. Speaker, we also can say those numbers backwards, so when we get the spending under control here, I'll be back. I yield back.